Hey guys, it's me, Zachariah, and I'm here with my recap for Eat, Drink, Love. I'm on my lunch break, and like I said, how appropriate to do a show about a recap for a show that's about eating than on my lunch break. No, I'm not gonna eat in my video. That'd be extremely rude. But let's get on with it. So the whole episode was kind of based around the LA Food and Wine Festival that they have in LA, which, you know what? We have the same thing here in Dallas. Granted, it's not like a big red carpet event, but we still have it. It's called the Taste of Dallas, and different restaurants come out and give people tastes of their food and whatever. So I'm kind of familiar with that, but the one in LA, of course, which was much more glamorous than us in Texas. But let's just start with Nina, because I love Nina's passion and determination that she has. I think it's amazing. I can totally relate to her with all of that. And the fact that she was the only private chef at the event was awesome. Whoever her manager is great, because she's the only private chef and got her in that. So I think that was totally awesome. The dish she prepared, I forgot what it was called. Something with a melon. I don't know. It looked amazing. It totally did. And the fact that she pulled off so many servings, of course, with the help of her staff, I thought that was really awesome. And I love Nina. I cannot say that enough. I love, love, love Nina. Jessica, with Fuku Burger, I'm not going to tell you what I called it the first time, because it's not very appropriate, and I try not to curse in my videos, but you can imagine. You know what? I love that girl, because she is like straight to the point and is like, do what I say and get this done right now. Like, the girl means business, and I love that about her. Nothing like a woman taking charge in a male-dominated world. So I think that's really great of her. Her staff, they did kind of play around. They're guys. So I don't know if maybe they were like, oh, girl, be quiet. But, eventually they got it together. They had like a long line waiting for their burgers. So apparently they're doing something right. And I really commend Jess for kind of pulling it together, pulling the reins in and pulling it together. However, nobody would have been drinking. Period. I don't care who you are. Nobody would have been drinking while you're supposed to be preparing food and getting the brand out there for people to take seriously. That's one thing I kind of would have cut out, that, you can drink afterwards. It's time for business right now. But I mean, all in all, they still did a really good job, I do have to say. And I really want to try one of their burgers. So whenever I go to Vegas, I'm going to have to hook it up. I'm just saying. Brenda, well, let me back up, because Brenda, before the festival and everything, she met with Chris Crary. I didn't watch Top Chef. I know y'all are going to hate me. I didn't watch Top Chef, so I wasn't really that familiar with Chris. But I looked him up, and I found out who he was. So, there. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's like my lighting, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, so I did look him up, and he was all up and through this episode. He met with Brenda, and it looked like Brenda was kind of flirty, kind of like, oh, Chris, if you're watching, I mean, he's not a bad looking guy. I just have to say, he's not. So I can kind of see why she was kind of giggly or whatnot. But my thing about that is, I don't know if she really likes him. She kind of seems like she does. She really does. She seems like she likes Chris. But then, he was like, oh, well, where's Kat? And like her whole demeanor was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. You're interested in Kat, not me. So, Chris, come on. You see, the girl was, kind of into you. You don't bring up another woman's name, even if you're not interested in her. Just kind of, you let her know I'm not that interested, whatever. But anyway, I found this interesting because Brenda was talking about how Kat was kind of flashing a smile and flirting with the people she got a story from. And in her little interview part or whatever, she was kind of like, I have to stroke a man's ego and da-da-da-da. I don't see how that's any different from what Kat does. So, better watch out, Brenda, because it kind of seems like you're doing the same thing. Minus the dating people. I don't know who dated who, but Brenda, what she did really wasn't that different out of her mouth herself. It didn't seem all that different to me than what Kat does. Speaking of Kat, she she had the eater thing with Waylon with the 1 year anniversary of Phone Nuts, which kudos to Waylon. I know it's probably like way past 1 year, almost 2 years probably by the time you're seeing this, but kudos to her. And I'm sorry guys, my lighting is like tripping, so I'm gonna have to hold it apparently. But kudos to Waylon, because you know, to have a business and be in business that long is amazing, especially with Phone Nuts. So I love Phone Nuts. I love Waylon's crazy hair. But anyway, back to the main point. So yeah, so she had the interview and Kat kind of botched it. Like, some of the things were wrong. And I can totally see where Waylon was coming from, especially if she's a business partner and you know, her partner didn't really get credit for what she did. So I like that instead of going around, you know, bashing Kat, she did go straight to her and was like, hey, look, this is how I felt. This is how the article made me feel. So I'm glad that she did that. I'm really, really glad that Waylon went straight to Kat with it. I still like Kat. So Kat, you know, you kind of messed up, but I still love you. But Kat and Chris kind of seem like they have a little flirty thing going on too. And I think Chris is into Kat, unless it's that whole, you know, flirting to get business or whatever. But he really seems into her. I kind of hate that he, you know, kind of played Brenda a little by, you know, giving her a little kiss. And she was like, oh, he gave me a little, oh, and she was so excited. So it makes me think she's really into him, and Chris isn't into her. I think he's into Kat. So I want Chris to, like, don't lead her on. Not saying you are, but don't. But then it's like, it's weird because it's like, it's this love triangle, because it's weird because Brenda seems to be into Chris, but Chris isn't into Brenda. But Chris seems to be into Kat, but Kat isn't into Chris. Like, it's crazy. It's so weird. But I don't know. I could be wrong. But it's just so funny to me. But overall, the episode was really good. I'm still in love with Eat, Drink, Love. It is an amazing show, even though it's only 2 episodes. It's about food, and I effing love food. Food's amazing. But that's all I really have for you guys with this episode and this recap. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter if you don't do so already. And thank you guys for watching. Thank everybody for watching. I love you, love you, love you. And I will see you next time. Bye.